Foramen magnum. Structures passing through the foramen magnum. Lower part of medulla oblongata covered by all three layers of meninges. Two vertebral arteries in the subarachnoid space. Anterior spinal artery on the anterior aspect of medulla oblongata and spinal cord. Spinal root of accessory nerve given the spinal cord. Tonsillar part of cerebrum. Apical ligament of dens. Superior band of cruciform ligament. Membrana tectoria. Important information. Third part of vertebral artery pierces the dura mater and enters the foramen magnum in subarachnoid space to form fourth part of vertebral artery. Then they unite to form basilar artery and run along the base of pons. Apical ligament of dens attaches to sylvus part of occipital bone, apex of dens of axis bone. Membrana tectoria is the continuation of posterior longitudinal ligament. Posterior longitudinal ligament runs posterior to the body of vertebra in the vertebral canal. It comes superiorly and forms membrana tectoria, crosses the foramen magnum and attaches to the occipital bone on the interior side. Medulla oblongata continues as spinal cord inferiorly in the vertebral canal. In the above picture, we can observe the pituitary gland hypophysis in the sella turcica at the floor of middle cranial fossa formed by sphenoid bone. The sphenoid bone is a pneumatic bone. We can see some sphenoid air sinuses in the body of sphenoid. On either side of pituitary gland, we can see cavernous sinus. Cavernous sinus is an intradural venous sinus which is receiving tributaries from various sources in the brain. Here we can see dura mater splitting into two layers. Endosteal layer moves along the bone. Meningeal layer moves along other meninges. Dura mater encloses cavernous sinus in between these two layers. Cavernous sinus is an intradural venous sinus. Contents of cavernous sinus. Internal carotid artery, abducens nerve, runs lateral to the internal carotid artery. Oculomotor nerve, cranial nerve 3. Trochlear nerve, ophthalmic nerve, maxillary nerve run together in lateral wall of cavernous sinus. These are ordered from superior to inferior. Features of cavernous sinus thrombosis. External ophthalmoplegia. Sensory disturbances in the territory of ophthalmic nerve and maxillary nerve. No sensory or motor disturbance in the territory of mandibular nerve. Cranial nerve 3, 4, 6. Mnemonic LR 6 SO4. Reminder 3. Lateral rectus muscle is supplied by 6th cranial nerve, that is abducens nerve. Superior oblique muscle is supplied by 4th cranial nerve, trochlear nerve. Remaining all muscles except the two above are supplied by 3rd cranial nerve, that is oculomotor nerve. Oculomotor nerve, that is cranial nerve 3. It originates from upper midbrain. It divides into superior division, supplies superior recti muscles of the eye. Inferior division, supplies inferior recti muscles of the eye. Superior and inferior divisions of the oculomotor nerve pass through the superior orbital fissure within the ring of Zinn. Oculomotor nerve supplies superior rectus muscle, inferior oblique muscle, medial rectus muscle. Trochlear nerve, cranial nerve 4. It originates from lower midbrain. It is the only nerve that has a dorsal exit from the brainstem. Hence, it is the longest intracranial course. It passes through the superior orbital fissure but outside of ring of Zinn. It supplies the superior oblique muscle of the eye. Abducens nerve, cranial nerve 6. The nucleus of this nerve is the lower pons. However, this nerve emerges from pontomedullary junction in the posterior cranial fossa. It supplies the lateral rectus